Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So the 14th Hukam by Guru Gobind Singh Ji is Vya Anand Bina Gris Nahi Karna. So Guru Sahib here is saying to us Vya Anand. So going through the Anand Kaaraj Bina, without doing this, Gris Nahi Karna. What is not to indulge in relationships and even physical relationships as well. So if we just look at this Hukam from Guru Sahib Ji, it's almost as if Guru Sahib is talking about relationships and Sikhi, which is a very common question that people talk about as well. So to address this question, I'll just put forward 2 points. So the first point is that if somebody's in a relationship just for the physical side, then we know that this is just calm. So calm means desires, and in this case, the desire of having lust. And Guru Sahib just tells us many times, if you look at our channel, we've got 1500 videos on it, talk about the idea of calm as well. We know that this stuff is not positive for our spiritual progress. For example, when we have these ideas in our mind of lust, if we have desires, it really makes it hard for us to do bhakti, to do loving devotion to Guru Sahib, to meditate, to read our part. If we try to wake up in the morning and do Simran and our mind's running all over the place. But also, it's like adding fuel to the fire. And as we're making that fire bigger and bigger within ourselves, what's it burning away? It's burning away all those good qualities that we have. All that hard work we've done, all that kamai we've built up, it's all been burnt away. But on the other side, let's say somebody's in a relationship because they have true feelings for the other person, they have love for the other person. And if we just look at this, generally when we get into relationships with people, especially before marriage, it's because we're trying to fill this hole inside us. We want to be wanted, or we want somebody else. We don't realize that the hole we're trying to fill can only be filled by that one, by Vaheguru. And for this reason, we go out pursuing other people, but that hole will never be filled. But this does not mean that Guru Sahib is saying that you should not get married, because in Sikhi, when it comes to marriage, is very different. It's called an Anand Kaaraj to start with, but also the actual ceremony itself is not just a marriage between the husband and the wife, it's a marriage between the husband, the wife, and a Kalpurk Vaheguru. It's a marriage that these two people get together now, and in Sad Sangat. So Bhai Gurdashi tells us that when you have one Sikh, it's Ik Sikh, and then two together is Doi Sad Sang. It's actually Sad Sangat. It's true company. Now together will work together to get closer to Vaheguru. So again, Sikhi does promote relationships within marriage, to have a relationship with somebody in marriage. And for this reason now, Guru Sahib is saying to us that work together. And when we have love for that partner now, and we can look past their faults, for example, we can look past and not get angry with that person, we can keep patience, then it'll make it easier for us to love the one, Vaheguru. And if anyone watching this video is thinking now that actually I would like to be in a relationship by getting married, I'm at the age now I'm ready, then if you look at Gurmat, Guru Sahib's teachings, then the way to go forward with this, especially in the olden times, would have somebody find someone for them. So either the parents will think my child is ready now and they go and look. But if you look realistically in today's world, we have eyes and people do look around and they may see somebody that they feel is someone that they would want to get married to. And for that reason, then if we're going to pursue this person that we want to get married to, we don't approach them ourselves. We'll have somebody approach them for us, someone that we trust, someone who's very respected within the community, within the band, or even our parents will go and speak to them or to somebody who is, representing that person as well. So this is just a general idea of how we can look at this idea of relationships in Sikhi. It should only be when we're looking to get married for these reasons. And to look at it more practically within a sakhi, we can see that Guru Sahib Ji actually talks about someone named Ajaamal. It comes up many times in Gurbani. And Ajaamal was generally known as Ajaamal Papi. So Ajaamal was this great child and he had so much gyan, so much knowledge, and it came to a point now when with his Guru, he used to remember so much Bani. So many words from the Holy Scripture he read, and his Guru was so pleased with him. But his Guru always warned about one thing: just don't go towards a certain village, a certain town. And Ajaamal listened to his Guru, and for many years, till the age of about 20, he always listened to what his Guru had to say to him. It got to a point now where he was thinking, what's in this village, what's in this town? So he goes into this town and he sees this beautiful woman, and just by seeing her, his mind starts to run crazy and is filled with so much desires now, so much calm. And for that reason, he goes home and he's unable to study anymore. He cannot get his Bani memorized. He cannot go to sleep. And the next morning when he goes back to his Guru, his Guru looks at his eyes and goes, "You weren't able to sleep. What happened to you?" And here Ajaamal lies. He said that, "I don't know why my eyes are red. It wasn't because of a lack of sleep." But if we go back to our first example, when we talked about if we're in a relationship just for kaam, just for desires, for lust, we can see how that affects our bhakti in this story. That Ajaamal was unable to study and to remember more of his holy scripture, remember the words. Now what happens is that Ajaamal doesn't stop here. He continues and he goes back again, and this time he has a physical relationship with a prostitute within that town. And his Guru, knowing all of this, actually comes and sees him, and what does he do when he sees that Ajaamal has fallen off the path? Like many families do, they try to get him married off. And in this case, when he's trying to marry him off, Ajaamal gets married to this beautiful woman, but his mind is still thinking about those desires. So in the same way, if we're not in that stage, Guru Sahib is warning us to be careful and not to pursue this path of actually indulging in kaam, indulging in lust, because it can affect you later on in life as well. That even though Ajaamal is now married to a woman, he's cheating on his wife because he still has his desires, his negative desires in his mind. He cheats, and eventually news gets out, and he's referred to as Ajaamal Papi, as being this big sinner. And the king kicks him out of the town, and now he moves away with that prostitute, and they live together. And they have a family. If we skip the story forward, he has 7 sons. And one day, these sadhus come to their house, and he feeds them with his wife. And as they're feeding them, they ask for some advice. They say, "Can you give us some upadesh, some teachings to help us?" And the sadhu says to them that you have this 7th child named Narayan, always take care of them and always say their name. So what does Ajaamal do after this? Whenever he's going to give his child something to drink, something to eat, he'd always say, "Narayan, would you like some dudh? Would you like something to eat, Narayan?" Always saying this name. And when he gets to the end of his life, and he knows he's going to pass away now, and you can see Jamdud coming for him, you can feel the fires of hell that are coming to take him away. He's so scared, but he remembers that teaching, and he says, "Narayan, Narayan." He starts to call out to his son, but as he's calling out to his son, that word Narayan is a name for God as well. And at that moment, when Jamduds come, they get afraid themselves as well, thinking that this is the name of God, and wherever the name of God resides, that's where Jamdud cannot go. And Guru Ramdas, he talks about this in Gurbani as well, and they say to us, "Ajaamal Preeta Putra Pratakini." So that Ajaamal had so much love, so much preet for his son, and say, "Kar Narayana Bolare." And Kar Narayan, they used to say the word Narayan. Bolare means to speak that word of Narayan as well. And then they say in the next pankti, they say to us, "Mere Thakur ke man paye pavani." They say, "Oh my master, I keep so much love for you, so much faith for you in my mind." And they finish off the pankti by saying, "Jam kankar mar bedare." That Jam Kankar was kicked to one side. They were unable to come to that place where the name of God was being resided. So again, this sakhi shows us the faults that Ajaamal actually made within his life by pursuing this prostitute and not listening to his Guru. In the same way, us not listening to our Guru, we could fall in the same trap. But again, Guru said is Bakshanha, they are the true forgiver, and at the end Narayan was saved. And he was only saved because he had done sadh sangat. He had done bhakti in his life as well. So for that reason, if we can find sadh sangat, then sadh sangat can save us in any situation we are in our lives as well. Just to finish off on his last point again, coming back to the idea of Anand Kaaraj, it's this idea of having taken an oath to Guru Sahib Ji with your partner, living together loyally with each other. So Guru Sahib Ji says in Gurbani about this as well, about being a true husband yourself. They say, "Kya ga layo pooch." That means that what can I say to you, O you foolish person? But veer na jo hai kant tu. But veer means don't look towards somebody else's beauty, towards their vines, the way they look. Not joy, don't look towards them. Kant tu. You yourself be a true husband. So again, this could be Guru Sahib Ji speaking to that husband now, saying be loyal to your wife. But actually what's so beautiful about Gurbani is that it talks to everybody. And Kant tu can here also mean only look towards your true husband, who is Vaiguruji. So this is talking to the wife and the husband as well in both cases. So Guru Sahib Ji told us to be loyal to your partner. And this is why Anand Kaaraj is so important, because now as a couple, we work together to get closer to Vaiguruji. A beautiful analogy to finish off with is, let's imagine the sun being Vaheguru here. And then we have the husband and the wife, which are 2 lotus flowers. So as those lotus flowers go closer to Vaheguru Ji and become one with them, in the same way they're closer to each other as well. So now these three different entities become become one. And this is what Guru Sahib Ji wants us to do, and this is the recommended way of life, to be in a relationship within marriage. Bhai Gurdas Ji tells us, Sakra dharam mein grist pradhan hai. So the best type of dharam, the best way of living is within grist, within a householder's life, to have a married partner and to actually come together and get closer to that one. So this is the Udesh by Guru Sahib Ji, talk about why we should not be in relationships outside of marriage. Coming back to the idea of Hukam, having lost episode just for physical relationships. And when it comes to just having a relationship in general, just remember the true relationship we're trying to have now is with Vaheguru Ji. And by getting married in terms of Gurmat, that partner is going to help us now in Sadh Sangat to get back to Vaheguru Ji. Made many mistakes in this video. Please forgive me. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.